presents Semi-Select's India's Most Desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
Her mind is new age, her beauty classic. She's the epitome of style. She's also clever, funny, sexy, and spunky. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. So feast your eyes on her, because Sonam Kapoor, you are India's most desirable. Come. You look so mesmerizing. I think I've forgotten everything I wanted to say to you.
But that was very flattering. Thank you so much.
Actually, I understated, to be honest. But you know, I really want to get to know you in this show.
Okay.
So I know the very desirable Sonam is sitting next to me. I want to know about the others. Would you say you're a geek or a fashionista?
My family would say the best way to describe me is a geek. I read and I wear glasses. I love video games and I love being in front of the computer all the time. And whereas fashion or being tagged as the fashionista or whatever is concerned, I just enjoy clothes.
Tell me, you actually moved out of your house at the age of 15.
Yes. It's a family tradition to go to this college called United World College of Southeast Asia.
What did it do to you? It must have made you very independent.
Well, it did to a certain extent, where I was conscious about the money that I spent. I was on a very shoestring budget. I used to get like $30 a week for everything. I had to get a job because it's expensive. Singapore is a very, very expensive city to live in. You know, so I mean, sometimes I used to like take bread from my lunch, take the bread and keep it so then I could eat it later.
For dinner?
For dinner, because then you want to go and if your friends are going out and they're shopping and they all had credit cards and stuff like that. My parents never gave me any of that. And I started earning at the age of 18. I haven't taken a sou from my parents since I was 18 years old.
What was your first job?
Actually, my very, very first job was as a waitress in Singapore. And,
really?
Yeah. And after that...
Which place were you
It was this place called Cha-Cha-Cha's, which is a Mexican restaurant. I lasted for about 4 days before I dropped everything. After that...
And then you quit or you were fired?
I was fired. You know, I don't like to follow the regular road. I think I like to make my own way.
So tell me still, as a person, are you free-spirited?
A bit too much.
A bit too much?
A bit too much.
In what ways would you say?
I'm very comfortable with my body. I'm very comfortable with who I am. I'm not judgmental. It doesn't matter to me. I like traveling on my own. I like being by myself. My parents think I'm too strong-willed.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your fears? What do you fear?
I'm afraid of heights. I went to New Zealand. I'm scared of heights. I can't walk down the stairs without feeling a little dizzy. So I said, I'm scared of heights. I will jump off a plane. I skydived.
You've done skydiving?
I've done skydiving.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I love challenges. So if I'm scared of something, I'm really petrified of something, I face it. I face my fears, always. I don't like being defeated. I don't. I'm a fighter. I fight with myself.
You're also full-time romantic.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
So what's the kind of love that you want in your life?
I believe in ever after. I believe that there's one person.
One person.
Yeah.
But I would like to know, what kind of men are off limits for Sonam?
Married men. Men even in relationships.
A married man is a...
Taboo. Completely.
What if the guy is just seeing someone?
No. Because I know the sort of heartbreak, I have gone through it, where I was dating someone and there was another woman in the picture, and it's not fair. I mean, obviously, the guy doesn't deserve you, first of all, but at the same time, you're doing it knowingly to another person. You know, no matter what, even if you think he's like your soulmate and stuff like that. First of all, the man should have enough integrity to say, tell the woman, if you're interested in someone else, I don't want to be with you right now, even if it's like a casual thing. Break up with the person, and it has nothing to do with me or the woman. I think it has to do with the man itself. I would not have any respect for the man.
Who's dating somebody
Someone else,
and then making a pass at you.
Yeah, how do you know he won't do the same thing to you?
Yeah. What if he's a poor struggling artist and you have to pay his dinner bills?
No, that's fine. My mom did it to my dad.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
she did.
that's fine.
What if he's a mama's boy?
That's fine. I think men who love their mothers make the best husbands. I think they have respect for their moms, they have respect for their family. And for women, I think that's most important.
So what if he's had a string of failed romances behind him?
No, that's fine.
It's fine.
A woman always thinks that she can change a man.
And she never can. There's a saying now, the only person you can really change is yourself.
I guess. There's always compromises, right?
Yeah, but there's hope as well.
There's always hope. In that sense, I'm pretty foolish.
What if you've caught him in a lie? I mean, he told you that he's working. And then your girlfriend rings you up and says, oh, he's sitting at the restaurant with this other girl.
That has happened to me as well. If someone is lying and is not being honest, obviously he's something to hide. Unless you have enough trust in that person to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, where cheating is concerned, no, I don't give chances. Where lies are concerned, if there's a good enough excuse, then yes. But if not, then bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you feel about live-in relationships, open relationships?
I personally don't think it's for me. I don't think it ever ends up in a proper commitment. And I believe in marriage. It's an easy way out, living with someone. You know, you want to be committed, go all out. Otherwise, just don't do it. Yeah.
In today's day and age, who would you say has redefined their status to become a symbol of desirability?
I think I would go for Priyanka Chopra. She is someone who is extremely talented, but she hasn't stuck to the norm of doing things. She lives her life very unapologetically, and I like that about her.
Sonam, you're the best dressed person. I know, not only in Bollywood, I think in India, you really are. But I mean, you wear the best designer clothes, the best jewelry, the best accessories. You've got to be high maintenance. You've got to marry a very rich man who can afford you.
I can provide for myself. I don't need a man to provide for me, no matter what. My dad hasn't paid for any of it.
What do you mean?
No, he doesn't. Besides the fact that I live in his house and my house. My dad hates it when I say it. I live in our house. Otherwise, my dad has never bought me a designer thing in his life. Never. My dad and my mother do not buy me designer things. Have never bought me my first designer bag I bought myself. It was in Selfridges. I was in London. I had just finished Saudia and I had done a ramp walk or something like that. I got a little bit of money and I went and bought a Chanel bag for myself. That was the first designer thing that I bought for myself. My parents have never flown me first class or business class. I've flown economy all my life. I have never had a car. I bought my own. My first car was my own. So yeah, I pay my own bills. My parents are very, 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 very particular about all of that.
I have to applaud this. I have to tell you, I admire this greatly. And as far as I'm concerned, you get massive brownie points from me. I think that's a great lesson today for lots of people out there watching this show. So Sonam, little but very tall girl, woman, you read a lot,
Yes, I
which
do.
we know.
Yes.
You also write poetry.
I've written quite a few poems, but there was this one poem that I wrote when I was around 16 years old. It was called Ambition.
Ambition.
It's called Ambition, and I'm going to give it to the person. I mean, that's what I had promised myself, that as soon as I find the person who I'm going to be with, I'm going to give him that poem. And the day I get married, the poem will be with that man and say that this is what I want my life to be like, and hopefully we can work together towards this life.
So to that special guy out there, you should know that Sonam has been thinking of you since she was 15. And when you both find each other, there will be the promise of love.
You know, I just could not mentally adjust myself that I'm a father. So when she was born also, I couldn't believe that, I just didn't want to acknowledge her as my daughter.
Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's Most Desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer. Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
Guess who's going to be here in the next few minutes? In the next minute, actually. You know who's going to be here?
No. I'm a
Guess.
little scared. I thought it was
little
you
scared.
and me.
And one more person. Who could it be?
I don't know. Is it like a good surprise or a bad surprise?
I think it's a great surprise.
Okay, fine. So let's go with it.
Reveal yourself.
Hello, Simi. How are you? Hi, Simi. You asked me to say hi to Sonam, but Sonam, I keep on saying hi.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello, I keep on saying 24/7, so I think I would be rather more interested in speaking to you rather than Sonam. How are you? It's great to see you. Why aren't you interviewing me? Why are you interviewing Sonam? Huh? What's the reason?
Because I'm the
Okay,
desirable
next time.
daddy.
Okay, cool.
You know, he is still a kid.
Yeah, he's
You
a
know
kid.
that?
He's a kid.
I keep telling him he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
He will be 13 next year.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And then he'll be a teenager.
Yes. And hopefully he'll age and people will think he's my dad when we go abroad.
Yeah, but is he always like this, charming and funny and entertaining at home?
He is. You know, sometimes I'm like, Dad, can you please take me seriously for like 5 minutes? And I really mean what I'm saying.
You have said often that when you were growing up, you weren't aware that he was a star.
We didn't have any film magazines because when you're 4 years old, your friends don't care who your dad is. They just think he has a really cool mustache. So it was never like, oh, you know, Sonam is Anil Kapoor's daughter. Or...
I asked him, I thought that he deliberately kept it away from you.
Forget Sonam, even I was not aware that I was a star. I think that was one of the reasons that she never really felt that I was a star, because I was never treated as a star by my wife. So in a way, she's right when she says it.
So mean. But my mom, I think, has always been the most important person in my house. My mom's basically the head of the house. And my dad is very obsessed with my mom. And she always wanted us to have like a really, really normal like childhood. So she never propped up my dad and said, oh my God, he's like the biggest star ever.
When you were a kid, did he have time to spend with you? I mean, was he a hands-on dad?
Not as much as other dads are, because they have like a 9-to-5 job and then
That's
they come
right.
home. But as much as he could.
To be honest with you, that's my only regret, that I couldn't really spend time with, especially Sonam, because she was our first child, and I just could not mentally adjust myself that I'm a father. So when she was born also, I couldn't believe that, I just didn't want to acknowledge her as my daughter. And, I said, Sunita used to keep on reminding me, I said, listen, you're a father, she's your daughter now. I said, oh God, I said, she's my daughter, oh God. And now she's become an actress also. Now I can't hide her. I have to tell everybody that she's my daughter. I tried my best to hide,
He's mad. He's mad. I mean, oh my dad can never say no to me. He's lying right now. He's the proudest father ever. He's just lying right now.
He's being funny,
Yeah,
that's all.
he's trying to be funny.
Of course he is, but he's a teenager. You've got to forgive him.
I forgive him because I know how he is.
Your dad is, dreamy, he's non-pragmatic.
Yeah.
He lives in this childlike world of creativity. Are you a lot like him?
Yes, I am.
You are?
I'm a lot like him. It's scary. My mom gets a little scared. She says, you'll have to find a me in a man. So, yeah, I'm a lot like him.
Of course, she's definitely much better looking. She's got better features. She's much more photogenic. You can shoot her from any angle. She is, it's God-given gift, She got bigger eyes, and, so I don't have any looks. She has all the looks in the world, That's the problem.
Thank you, Daddy, for all these compliments. You never give them to me
In real life.
in real life.
But does he worry about you?
Yes, of course.
What is his prime worry about you?
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't voice his worries.
Well, he told me.
Yeah. What did he tell you?
There are times when I have sleepless nights because, I'm worried sometimes, because she thinks from her heart. She's so idealistic, she's so truthful, she'll never lie. So sometimes there are times when I said, Sonam, I said, say that. I said, but Dad, that's not the truth. Oh, I said, I'm sorry, yeah. So sometimes, she corrects me also.
But, he says that you're very idealistic and truthful.
Yeah.
Sonam, is that always a good thing?
I have very clear conscience. I do not play games. I don't step on other people's toes.
Where do you draw the line between being truthful and somewhat
badly behaved?
No, and somewhat
Blunt?
No, between telling the truth and not hurting the person.
Well, you can't be mean. You can't be mean-spirited about it. I mean, I tell the truth when I know that it matters.
But truth also involves criticism.
Yes, it does.
You know, when you're being critical about somebody, that's also telling the truth.
I'm not very critical of people because I'm not judgmental.
But when somebody criticizes you, do you retaliate?
Only when the person is being a bully. People have criticized me left, right, and center. I don't retaliate to each and every person. But there are one or two people who are bullies. They do it because they have the power to do it, and there's no reason for them to say those things. And the only way to make a bully shut up is to bully them back. Why? I'm not Mahatma Gandhi. I'm not going to turn my left cheek and be like, slap me back. And if I can also be gracious enough to say that, okay, criticism is healthy, how can I improve? But it has nothing to do with the improvement. It is not a healthy criticism. It is vicious and comes from a bad place. Then I'm not going to take it lying down. You know, that's not the way I've been brought up. I've been brought up to fight for what I think is right.
She's the younger generation. If you meet them, which is who are slightly more straightforward, very honest, very truthful, and people, we are from a generation who was slightly insecure and would not stand up sometimes. But today I think things are changing. So I think that's what Sonam is. She belongs to today's generation. She's not scared. She's not scared of anyone. I don't want her to lose that spirit. I want her to have that spirit. And I feel for any youngster, any teenager, you should not try to curb that person's spirit.
Dad was so nice, and yet you're always critical about him.
I'm not critical about him. I am not. I'm not. He asked me for my opinion, I give him my opinion. About the way he wears clothes. You know, dads can be geeky sometimes. You know dads, right? They're geeky. And it's okay. I'm the only one who's allowed to shop for him.
I hope she likes what I'm wearing now. Sonam, is this okay? Is the right comment? Right? Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so you keep teasing him behind his back.
Yeah. Well, he spaces out a lot. Okay, so you and me are sitting there, and suddenly I'm talking to him, and he's like, "What were you talking about? I'm sorry." He's in his own world.
Okay.
They don't tell me directly, they tell mom. I said, Dad's slightly eccentric. You know, they always tell. I then ask, I said, what is so eccentric about me? I said, the way you behave, the way you talk, and sometimes you don't know what you're talking, you're behaving and all, I said. So they call me eccentric, so I am always wanting to know what exactly is eccentric about me.
You're very eccentric.
I don't know. What is eccentric? I'm asking you, Sonam. Please tell me. Please tell Simi, what is eccentric? And let the world know that what is eccentric about me.
So you have his permission.
I mean, he is not like normal people. I mean, you know, you meet normal people.
Listen.
He's like one of those mad scientists who's like obsessed with his work, and
Yeah.
he's a true artist. I think it's his brilliance that makes him crazy.
Would you like a husband like your dad? Little funny, little eccentric, lovable?
My mom said, me and my dad are very similar. I need someone like my mom.
Oh, you said you need somebody like your mom.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear what your dad says.
I am completely henpecked. I call up my wife 20 times, 30 times, and they'll expect their husbands and the boyfriends also to do that. Because obviously they're never going to find a guy like me.
Oh,
like,
really?
If they want to compare, they're going to fall short. I'm the best husband.
Yes, you are. He is.
You know, it wasn't easy getting your father into dadly mode,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but finally we got some dadly advice from him as
Okay.
well. So here it is.
Sonam, I just want you to be happy. So just do whatever you want to do in life. And one more thing I can advise you is that don't do everything what you feel is right, but please check with your mother.
Simran, there's no such thing as love.
है जय है. मैंने महसूस किया है मेरी जिंदगी में. है.
Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer. Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
It's Personality Cafe, and as you know, Personality Cafe is all about fun and games. Now, we've seen the sensitive, romantic side of Sonam. We've seen her as the family girl, the daughter of Untitled Kapoor. Now, in Personality Cafe, you're going to see the fun side, the humorous side, and many more. So let's go with Personality Cafe. Romantic little Sonam, I'm sure you believe in horoscopes, stars, astrology, and tarot.
Everything.
You do?
I do. It's the most amazing science and the most fun thing ever.
So are there things that you want to know about your future?
Yes and no.
Okay, well, we're going to give you a chance to do that.
Okay.
Because we're going to bring on the tarot.
Yay.
I'd like to introduce you to Manisha Kapani.
Hi, Manish. So nice to meet you.
Same here.
This is scary and amazing.
Okay, you can ask any question you like.
Yes.
So let me ask you about my health because it's been a little bit bad.
Okay, first of all, why don't I just connect to you for a second? Okay, and if you could please just shuffle these cards.
Very bad shuffling.
Okay. Okay, if you could please pull out 7 cards with your left hand.
Really curious.
Yes, the Sun, the card of success on the career. 2 of Cups, relationship, harmony, love. 5 of Cups indicates health issues, which we need to worry about. 7 of Cups, all the material gains, happiness, jewelry, clothes, all which we know you're fond of. 8 of Pentacles, again, new projects coming your way. 3 of Swords, being criticized quite a lot, and again, this is to do a little bit with your health, feeling low emotionally. And 9 of Cups, like you said, you're a very happy person. This is a genie who's always happy. As far as your health question is, it will take another 2 to 3 months for things to get a lot better, after which you enter a better phase health-wise.
Next question. You want me to know? I want to know, yeah, like you said, I get criticized for no rhyme or reason. You know, even if I've not done something, there's like kind of a backlash for some strange reason.
Yes.
And, you know, there are a lot of people who are like insanely loyal to me, but then there's criticism for no rhyme or reason. Why? Why is that?
That's because, again, Mars gives you a lot of hidden enemies, a lot of jealousy.
Yeah.
So you have something like we call evil eye.
Yeah.
Like people always seem to, you always seem to be the target
Yeah.
of a situation. That's again to do with Mars. Of course, your moon is fantastic.
Yeah.
And your Venus is fantastic. So I think the best thing you can do is just ignore. And I'm telling you, as time goes by, it will reduce. And there is a very strong marriage and relationship angle coming after 27.
Sounds reasonable.
No, so early.
So
You want to get married later?
I'm 25.
By the time you're 30, it's not
No, it's too early.
No.
So when do you want to marry?
Like, after a while.
35?
Something like that.
Yes, and you want to know the sort of person you're going to
Yes.
marry?
Yes.
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 Yes, Simishi does. Yes, why don't you pull 3 cards with your left hand?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
One.
Okay, you've got Grace, which means he'll be very kind.
Well, that's important.
Yes, and you've got 10 of Arrows. He would have had a lot of difficulties and heartbreaks in life, and not necessarily an actor.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get married to an actor.
No, even I don't see that. I see you being with an industry person, but not necessarily somebody who's in front of the camera, but somebody very intelligent.
Yeah.
Finally, your angel message.
My angel message. So I've just picked a
Just
card.
pull one, yes. Your angel message is detoxification.
Ah,
You need to detoxify
Because
for
of-
your health.
she's not been well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your
Medications
diet, your
and everything.
medication, everything needs to be improved.
That's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you got the answers to
Yeah.
your questions. Now it's my audience's turn to get answers to their questions to you. So what we're going to do is, we're going to play Truth Bucket, and you always tell the truth, so it's no problem for you, Sonam.
Sunny. You look like my brother. You do.
Thank you very much. That's a compliment.
So it's nice because he's in LA right now, and I'm just looking at you, and you have that messy hair, and you're skinny, and you're tall. And I'm just like thinking about my brother. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
ask
thank you.
me.
So would you feel safe disclosing your secret to a woman or a man? Like, would you?
What is more? I
Yeah.
think men.
Okay.
I know I'm not speaking very well for my own kind, but I think men are better at keeping secrets than women are.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Muzammil.
Yeah, ma'am.
Hi.
I would like to ask who, according to you, is a better co-actor? Is it Ranbir Kapoor, Imran Khan, or Abhay Deol? And why?
I actually had fun with all three of them, and each one I had a different relationship with them. But my favorite co-star is Abhishek Bachchan. So Sonal, they're all amazing, but Abhishek's my favorite.
But among these three,
Among these three, I think I'll have to go with Imran because he's a friend. So I love him, so I'm just gonna say Imran.
Okay. Lovely.
Black. Hopefully I can read the black. Niti.
So my question to you is, what is the most irritating thing you find about men in general?
About men?
Yeah, in general.
They don't like cleaning their feet. I swear, I'm constantly telling them, why can't you just get a pedicure? It's not girly, it's not bad. I mean, you have cons and you have ingrowths and you need to get a pedicure. It does not make you not a man.
How many men have had pedicures here? Sonam, no hand came up.
No hand came up.
You had.
Oh
Wow.
my God, yay.
Stand up and take a bow. Yay.
Yay. Kabir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kabir.
Good evening. Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
Before I ask my question, I would like to say that both of you are looking wonderful today. I really like your dress.
Thank you.
And Sri ma'am, you too.
Thank you so
I
much.
like the way you talk, the way you walk. Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, my question is, which cricketer would you like to date?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay.
I just want to know about him because he's a living legend, and there are not many people who are living legends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bushra. That's a beautiful name. What does it mean?
Means good news.
Huh?
Good news.
Good news, Bushra. Lovely.
To begin with, Sonam, you're really pretty.
Thank you.
I know I'm a girl and I'm saying that, but if I'd been a guy,
fine, that's
I'd be
fine.
probably walk up there and ask you out.
Thank you.
Okay, my question to you is, like you said, you've been so independent all along.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you think it's better off being single?
Well, if somebody's supportive and gives you space,
Right.
then it's good. As long as he's understanding and non-interfering in your work life, then it's okay. If not, then tell him to go away.
Usha, come. I want to give you a small present.
Oh, thank you.
Here's a personally autographed hamper, and it'll only be a further help to your beautiful, clean, and healthy skin.
Oh, thank you so much.
Not at all. You're welcome.
Hasnain. Oh, boy.
Ma'am, I love your work.
Thank you.
Ma'am, and I really respect you.
Oh, how kind. Thank you so much.
My question to you is, one actor you do not want to work with.
One actor that I do not want to work with.
Wow.
My dad. Family. No, I tell you why. Because I can't keep a straight face when I'm around him. I'm sorry, Daddy.
I don't think you can include family.
No, you can.
I don't think so. It deserves a penalty.
Oh, that's not cool.
Penalty.
Okay, so what is the penalty?
Why don't you come up here?
You cannot make up a mean penalty for me.
And Sonam will recite to you a love dialogue from her film.
A love
And she will say to you with full emotion.
a dialogue from, I hate love stories because that's the only film where I've recited sort of love dialogues. There's a dialogue where he says, Simran, there's no such thing as love. Imran tells me, and I tell him, हाँ, है. मैंने महसूस किया है. So that's all I've said. I swear on you, that's the only
But then you
dialogue.
have to do it properly. You have to say to her, Simran, there's no such thing as love. Then she will reply, okay, aap kar lo.
Simran, there's no such thing as love.
है जय है. मैंने महसूस किया है मेरी जिंदगी में. है. Janisha.
Hi. You're truly wonderful and I love you.
Oh God, thank you.
Okay, my question is, what is the most romantic thing a guy has done for you?
Flown overnight to meet me because I was low or sad and he couldn't afford it, but he did it anyway.
That's cute.
That's cute, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ali.
Ali, yours is the last question, and you better make sure it's a penalty.
Okay, then I have two questions.
One question.
Oh, no, one question.
Okay. First of all, apart from all those beautiful comments, Simiji, it's an art to make a very secretive person, reveal such facets of personality. And I used to like you as an actress, but then after the show, there is a sense of respect towards Sonam Kapoor.
Thank you.
And the question is, why can't two actresses be good friends? And is there a sense of underlying competition?
Yes. Well, because we are vying for each other's jobs. And then we're constantly competing for roles. We're competing for who's the best actress, who's the worst actress, who's the best dressed, who's not the best dressed. It just comes into a very unhealthy space. And I don't think it's possible not because I'm sure I can be friends with whoever, but I'm sure they can't be friends with me. Because I'll be like, oh my God, you did such a bad job in that film, and then they hate me. Thank you. Thank you so much. My first boyfriend was Dutch. I have 2 tattoos and my tongue pierced.
Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer. Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
So you just heard Sonam telling the truth. And everybody knows that Sonam always tells the truth. So now we are going to hear a lie from Sonam. Okay, we're going to play a game where I want you to make 3 statements. 2 of them will be the truth, and 1 of them will be a lie. And the audience has to try and guess which one is a lie and which is the truth. And we have to see how well they really know you. So when it's the truth, it's going to be a green flag that's raised, and when it's a lie, it's going to be the red flag. That's what they're going to do. So if you're ready, we're going to start 2 truths and 1 lie. Here we go. Why don't you start?
Sridevi is my aunt.
1.
1. Number 2, I'm friends with all my exes. And number 3, I have hiked all over the Far East with a girlfriend of mine.
Now, ask them.
Number 1, true or false? Okay, so for this, mostly true, right? That's what they said. They said this is mostly true.
Okay, second.
Okay, number 2, I'm still friends with all my exes. True or false? So mostly false. Mostly false.
Mostly false,
Yes.
you're saying.
Number 3, I hiked the entire Far East for 3 months with a girlfriend. True or false?
So, they think this is the truth. Number 3 is the truth. You tell us now, which one was a lie?
Well, the third one, I've never hiked the entire Far East for 3 months with a friend. She really is my aunt, and I'm Still friends, believe it or not, with my exes because I was never on the other end of the rejection. Otherwise, I'd kill them.
Sorry, guys, but well tried. Next one.
I played rugby with the boys when I was a teenager, is number one. Number two is Tom Cruise follows me on Twitter. Number three is I have 2 tattoos and I used to have a tongue piercing. So, number one, I played rugby with the boys when I was a teenager. True or false?
All true. Okay.
Number two, Tom Cruise follows me on Twitter.
False. Don't forget, Tom Cruise has worked with her dad in MI4.
I have 2 tattoos and my tongue pierced.
True. More true. They think this is true. They think Tom Twitter is false. Am I right?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. So you guys actually know me pretty well, yeah? I used to have a tongue piercing, which I got to remove because I decided to do Savarya, and Sakina couldn't be running around with a tongue piercing.
Okay, one more. Should we go for another one? Yes. Okay.
Number one, I studied acting at Anupam Kher's Acting Academy. Number two, my first boyfriend was Dutch. Number three, my father is Punjabi, my mother's Sindhi, and we have a total of 76 relatives. Okay, number one, I studied acting at Anupam Kher's Acting Academy. True or false?
True. All green.
All green. My first boyfriend was Dutch.
All red.
My father is Punjabi, my mother is a Sindhi. We have a total of 76 relatives. Actually, I never studied acting. My first boyfriend was Dutch.
Sorry, guys. But well tried.
Well tried.
Well done. That was nice. I enjoyed that too because I didn't know some of them myself. Okay, now I want to test how clever you are about reading people's expressions.
Okay. I'm high on life or something. Oops. क्या बात है बीड़ू? I should take fashion advice from my daughter or shoot myself in the head right now. What is he wearing? This is what I look like when I'm not working. Nerdy look suits Ranbir. I still look Bengali. I wish I was in Savarya. Don't mess with my girl. He's the kind of guy who'll be like, don't mess with my girl, I'll beat you up. You know, he's one of those macho men. Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer. Renault Fluence presents Simi Selects India's most desirable, co-presented by Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
Sonam, I'm sure you know how to sketch and draw beautifully.
A little bit.
You do, I'm glad. Well, now I'm going to ask you to make a sketch of yourself.
Of myself?
Of your own face. And this will go to charity. Will you come along with me?
Yes, I will.
Good girl. Dying to see how you sketch yourself. Sonam at 5 by Sonam at 25.
It's not that bad.
It's lovely. It's very cute. This sketch is going to be auctioned on the net. If you want to own this fabulous sketch and keep Sonam with you forever, then please go onto our website, www.starworld.in/SSIMD. Make a bid, and you can have this forever. So, did you see a different side to Sonam today? Yes! Did she bring out the romance in you? Yes! Do you love her more? Yes! Than you did before? Yes! Sonam, you're very special. You're a very beautiful woman. You're very talented. And now you will also know that you are India's most desirable. And I give this to you with a lot of love and a lot of affection.
Simran, there's no such thing as love.
है जय है मैंने महसूस किया है मेरी जिंदगी में है Take fashion advice from my daughter or shoot myself in the head right now. What is he wearing?
Now you have to carry her in your arms and take her back to her seat. Careful.